Hey there, welcome to Podcast Radio and Stuff. I trust that you are good. Welcome to this week's segment of the week that was, where we give you the layman's view, where we get to talk about things that make us tick from our own view as lay people, not as an expert in those matters. And I think this week in particular in South Africa has been a very, very, very eventful week. We've been spoiled for choice in terms of things that we have been following. I know the biggest story is the presidential visit, our president visiting the United States of America and meeting Donald Trump there. And I think that's the biggest story. I think it's the story that's got the whole world to pay attention to it. And we were also eager to see, Oguti, how is that particular meeting going to go? So Kamalam Guntogozo Chapa. I am part of Podcast Radio and Stuff with my partner in crime, Dobego Kuluse. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for liking. But most importantly, I love it more when you comment on our comment section, because that gets the conversation going. And this is a segment where we look at the week that was and we talk about stories that interest us, and we share our opinions, and we allow you to also share your opinions. And of course, there is always a lot. And sometimes we don't even touch on those that are in your mind. So that is why we allow you to also comment. And so please just comment. I'm just going to be sharing three uleli sonto. First of all, the biggest one, the presidential visit to the United States of America, the president of our country, the president of South Africa, meeting with the president of the United States, President Donald Trump, alongside with his delegates, President Abegade Hamba now. I saw there was Minister Ronald Lamola, there was Kumbuzo Chabeni, there was from COSATU, Zingi Salosi, there was John Steenhuisen, so there was Johan Rupert, who's not part of government, who's from business. So those are some of the people who were there with the president of South Africa in the United States of America. And we were glued to our TVs on that Wednesday evening. We wanted to see ukuthi izohamba kanjani meeting. Obviously, because of the meeting that took place earlier on this year in the United States of America, the president of America meeting with the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, and that meeting didn't go quite well. And I can say that in a way, the president of Ukraine was kind of embarrassed by Donald Trump. We were afraid on the behalf of the president. We didn't know how it's going to go. And we were like, hey, what if he gets embarrassed there, People have got their views in terms of how the meeting went. But I just want to dive into the meeting. So in that particular meeting, there were some videos that were played. The videos, one video was a video of the president of the EFF or the CIC, Umnumzane Julius Malema, speaking in one old rally and singing Iqulel Dumile South Africa, eliti kill the poor, shoot the poor, and also Gwavela futhi nenye ka president, former president of the country, also the president of the MK, Umnumzane Jacob Zuma, naye ecula amanye wamaculo afaka amagama amabhunu phakathi. Then there was some documents I was watching. There were some documents that Trump shared with the president of the country, and then they got to deliberate. The president of America, uthi, South Africa kune genocide against white farmers, the Afrikaner farmers. Now, what is a genocide? Angisonanga isifundiswa mina. I'm just a lay person. I'm a layman. I-genocide udlame nokubulawa ngesihluku kwabantu abathile bebulawa ngamabomu, bebulawa ngenxa yobuzwe babo noma ngenxa yolimi labo. Asike siwakhiphe kancane ngamabomu amabhunu eceleni. Uma kuzothiwa nje kune genocide ethi kuzothiwa nje ngiyalinganisa nje kunesizwe esithile mhlambe samaXhosa sibulala kwasani ekuthiwa umZulu kuyaqhajwa abantu yabo uyaca nje into ongayazi i-genocide ke leyo, right? So uma kuthiwa ke eSouth Africa kune white genocide ebhekiswe kuma Afrikaner farmers, kusho ukuthi kuthiwa thina ama South Africans amnyama, black South Africans, si qeda kwasani eyumlungu nje siyabangenela emaplazini siyaqapha kuyadutshula yinto nje ongayazi. That is a genocide. It is a destruction, killing of abantu abathile ngenxa yokubazonda, ngenxa yebala labo noma ngenxa yeculture yabo, yabo, but it is udlame olubhekiswe kwi-group ethile yabantu. Now mina ke am a South African. Ngizalelwe eSouth Africa, ngakhulela eSouth Africa. Nawe futhi obuka le video, it's ngiyakholwa ukuthi we South African or you might be a non-South African. Ayikho ke genocide ekhona la eSouth Africa. Ngoba lento engiqeda kuyichaza ayenzeki eSouth Africa. It's not there, it's not happening in South Africa. Engikwaziyo mina eSouth Africa ukuthi abelungu baphila kamnandi kunathi thina abantu abamnyama. Bahlala ezindaweni eziprotected, bahlala endaweni ezinama private security companies, bahlala kuma estates are gated, baphila kamnandi kunathi. Akukho nje engikwaziyo ekuthiwa thina siphethe ikhali ongayicabanga nje siyabahlasela, siyaqeda ngabo. Now ngicabanga ukuthi bekubalekile ukuthi leyo nto leyo ivezwe ukuthi cha ayikho into enjalo eSouth Africa. And ngiyakholelwa kakhulu ukuthi cha no president wase-America ubevelazi ukuthi ayikho genocide ekhona la eSouth Africa. Ngoba even umnumzana uElon Musk unezihlobo zakhe ezihlala la eSouth Africa ezingabalekile la eSouth Africa. Umnumzane uJohan Rupert obekade khona lapha kulo amhlangano uhlala la eSouth Africa, unomndeni eSouth Africa. Now angeke ke i-multi-billionaire ihlale lapho khona engaphephile khona inama options, ngoba imali gives you options. Uze waveza kuleya meeting uJohan Rupert ukuthi uke wahlala eNew York isikhathi eside, ngokwemali nayo mangabe kuukuthi eSouth Africa akusahlaleki ngoba kunodlame elibhekiswe kubantu abamhlophe, lokho kusho ukuthi ngaba kasekho eSouth Africa. Now so lokho ngibone ingazi ukuthi cha hayi akucaciswanga kulamhlangano ukuthi ayikho i-genocide. Number 2, kulo mhlangano phambi kwamakhamera kunezithombe eziveziwe ekungazona ezala eSouth Africa ezingadingi ngisho igenius ukubona ukuthi lokho akubona kwala eSouth Africa. ebekufanele futhi kuvezwe ngokusobala kusakulwa umhlangano uthi cha lokho okuvela la akukhona kwase South Africa. Okunye ngoba manje mina ngikhuluma imibono yami, uma siya kuma rally eSouth Africa, iSouth Africa inomlando ngokwezepolitiki, inomlando weingcindezelo. South Africa was oppressed for years. First of all, iSouth Africa ifike yabhekana ne-colonization. After that, kwangeni apartheid ebikade kuphetha amabhunu kuyona. Right up until 1994 iSouth Africa icindezelo. Kwafa abantu abaningi abamnyama bangama South Africans ezandleni zabelungu bephethe izwe. Manje kunamaculo ayeculwa ngezikhathi South Africa icindezelo. Every country inalento ebizwa ngokuthi commemoration, ukukhumbula ukuthi sila isikhona sisukephi. Now ama political parties angama movement alwela inkululeko yomuntu omnyama ahleze ezocula lawo maculo, hayi ngenxa yokuthi agqugquzele udlame, kodwa ukukhumbuza umuntu omnyama ukuthi sisuka kuphi, sikuphi, sibhekiphi. Lawo maculo akukho illegal ukuwacula eSouth Africa, kusemthethweni, akuyona inkinga. As long as unga incite violence kusuke nje eculwa kuhlangene labo bantu, kodwa kusuke kungasho ukuthi abantu abathatha ibhamu, kusuke kukhunjuzwana ukuthi kusuka kuphi. Now kusho ukuthi ke phela bekumele afundise umntaka Trump ukuthi cha, thina njenge South Africa sisuka kuphi, sila njengamanje. So abantu mebehlangene ema stadium baba nama moments okukhumbula ukuthi kusukwaphi. Kodwa that was another missed opportunity ukuthi kucaciswe phela ukuthi asho kwayena uMnumzane Ramaphosa ukuthi nami iphathe engiyihola iANC inawo amaculo mzabalazo ewaculayo, elawa cula lapha nathi siyawacula masise stadium. Sisuke singawacula ukuthi sithi akuyobulawa abathile, kodwa kusuke kuvuka uhlevane lokuthi sisuka kuphi, ngoba uhlevane olukhona phela lo angeke sikwazi ukukhohlwa ukuthi sisuka kuphi. Akukho umuntu obulawayo, right? So bekumele lokho kuvezwe. Kodwa ke ibona ade bebhekene nalwa mhlangano, ibona bazi ukuthi bekushisa kangakanani phakathi bengekho nomzima abakade bebhekene nabo. Kodwa ngeke ngivale ngingayishongo le. Ngeke iqembu le Democratic Alliance alinayo umholi. uJohn Steenhuisen akayena umholi. That guy, John Steenhuisen, for me is an embarrassment. He goes to an international meeting with the president of one of the most powerful nations in the world, and he drags in local politics into that meeting. His comments about how they got into the GNU, I did not understand how did it fit into everything that was being presented. I just didn't understand. Why did he had to explain to Donald Trump why them as a DA, they are now part of the GNU? I don't get it. Maybe he can explain, but I didn't understand, where does this point really fit in here? Where does it fit in? Where did his point really fit in? That why is the DA part of the GNU, and the DA has been in opposition for X number of years, and now they decided to join the GNU to keep the EFF and the MK party out of government, because now he's claiming on an international platform, if the EMK and the EFF were in power, then kuzoba no dlame South Africa. That is what he was saying. So then they had to join hands with the ANC because they needed to keep these two parties out of power. And I was trying to assess from where I'm sitting with my little mind. Okay, John, where does this thing fit in? Where does it fit in this whole thing that is being discussed here? Mr. Johan Rupert was quite correct in his submission, and salute to him for coming out and putting it on the table that there is no genocide in South Africa, and for saying that we have a problem of crime and violence in South Africa, violent crime, which is very true. In South Africa, abantu bayabulawa kakhulu, and irrespective of the color of your skin. Siyangenelwa emizini yethu sibanjwe inkunzi kubulawa abantu kuyareshwa. All of those things are happening, and I agree with him. And he even took a swipe at Johnston Hayes and ehlele kuze kwakhe ukuthi even in the province where the Democratic Alliance is governing, there are problems. There's a lot of crime and violence. So that is what our government should be dealing with. He also touched on the issue of illegal foreigners who are in the country, And the issue of foreigners in South Africa is becoming a very thorny one. And I'm going to get to that as I carry on with this video. But it's becoming a very thorny one. And it's because it's been a ticking time bomb that we've been sitting on. And the powers be it in this country have been ignoring it. And right now they are sitting with a serious problem. But with all that I've really said, all I'm saying is that I'm of the view that Donald Trump knows very well that there's no white genocide in South Africa. But Donald Trump, he wanted attention in South Africa. Ngeyinhloso zakhe thina singazazi. Bayazazi bona ngoba bahlanganile behind curtains. Sesingasaboni thina. Angithi kube nenye meeting, yeke lesibuke ku TV, kube nenye meeting where he got to really tell South Africa yini lebona abayifunayo. Uyabona mangabuzo kuzoba nentombi ekufunayo. Yabo umjida nje. Kodwa wena uyiziba. Ize ibe nezinto ezenzayo ukuthi uthi pay attention to yona. Ngoba iyabona ukuthi you don't want to pay attention to yona. So that's the very same situation that South Africa finds itself in. Bayabona Donald Trump ukuthi laba bafuna ukusinaka kulento esifunayo. See, we are pulling out the aid bayathula. Okay, asidlule kwi-aid, asiye kokulandelayo. Now they got the attention they wanted. But whatever it is that they want, asithole i-answer yodwa kwabasimele abasiphethe, is it in the best interest of South Africans yini? Will it be of good benefit to South Africans? Will it benefit an ordinary South African living in Khayelitsha, living in KwaMashu, living in Soweto? Will it guarantee a child who goes to school, in a high school in Umlazi, in a high school in Inkandla, in a high school in Eastern Cape, will it benefit that child who's in high school right now in the near future? So whatever we are doing, we must be generational in our thinking. Will this benefit the country in the long term? Noma izobenefita abantu abathile kodwa isishiye sihlupheka. Uma kuwukuthi izoshiya sihlupheka, it's not worth getting into. I've got to be honest. It's just not worth to get into. Just yesterday on Friday, kumenyezelwe ukuthi uhulumeni wase South Africa usekegise imgomo ebhekelele ukungena kwama ICT companies, information communication technologies companies in South Africa asuka ngaphandle. Remember umgomo nje mengakha phezulu uthi i-ICT company esuka phesheya mangabe izongena eSouth Africa kufanele kube inama shareholders minimum of 30% shareholders ekungabantu base South Africa from a previously disadvantaged background. And siyazi ukuthi uElon Musk leyo nto leyo angayifuni. Siqaloko siyakwazi. So ke now kuthiwa ke sekuxegiswe lo mthetho. Alikakapheli isonto behlangene. Kodwa ke angikakafundi ngagxila ukuthi uthini kuxegiswana kanjani, but nake ngikuzwile izolo eindabeni. Now who is going to be benefiting and who is going to be losing out? Is this going to make a black South African a better person, or it's going to leave us worse off? That is what we've got to ask ourselves. By the way, speaking about international news, the deputy president of the country, Mr. Paul Mashatile, was also away this week in France. He had a meeting with the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, and he had a state visit there. By the way, I don't know whether you know, if France like South Africa, inezinkampani ezisebenza la South Africa ezingaphezulu kuka 400, and lezi nkampani zase France zihlanganisiwe zonke la South Africa, they employ over 65,000 people in South Africa. So he was also there on an official state visit, and many people didn't notice that because all eyes so that is where all eyes were in the United States of America. So yeah, so the meeting took place. We are yet to see ukuthi kusiphatheleni. Okunye ke okwenzeke kuleli sonto bafethu, umnumzane Enoch Godongwana, Minister of Finance in South Africa, uthuleke i-budget speech yakhe. Uzokhumbula ukuthi bekumele ayithule kabusha simply because akakwazanga ukuphumelela kulento yokunyusa i-VAT. Remember, there was a proposed VAT increase and then that could not go ahead. Now this time around, remember now they need to find some way where government will find this money, because there is a need for this money. So there is a proposal, noma kumenyezelwe ukuthi kuzoba nokunyuka kwama fuel levies, right? 15 cents per liter on petrol. No, 15 cents per liter on diesel and 16 cents per liter on petrol. Now, lokhu kusho ukuthini? Kusho ukuthi i-pump price mawuthenga upetrol nje egarage noma udiesel sekuzonyuka ngo-16 cents. Uhulumeni unemali ayicollectayo from ilitha nelitha ka petrol mina nawe silithengayo. Ama fuel levies, ama levies akwa RAF ne carbon tax levy, imali ecollectwayo. It's in the tune of around 6 rands. Yonke leyo mali leyo iyakhulumeni per liter, 6 rand per liter. Usunga check up ukuthi how many billions of liters are we burning per year in South Africa? Then logo kuzokwenza ukuthi understand ukuthi how much of money uhulumeni is making through fuel levies. Ngifuna ukuya ke kuthenini lento ibhlungu ngani. When kunyuka ama prices e fuel, abantu abangama transporters who are in the logistics business, they pass on those prices to their customers. Kusho ukuthi a logistic company izoqala ukunyusa ama prices ayo okutransport impahla. Then lo thenga impahla uzopasa on ama prices akhe kwi customer lakhe elithenga leyo mpahla. This simply means ukunyuka kwe fuel kunyusa yonke into. So lindela ukuthi azonyuka ama tax, ulindele ukuthi kuzonyuka isinkwe esitolo, so kuzonyuka yonke into. So one way or the other, mina ngibona ngathi akukho lesokwazi ukucasha khona njengamanje. That is the point where we are at. We are between a rock and a hard place. That is where we are. So yeah, silindele ukubona ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani. Angeke yokugcina ke ekuyona futhi egrebe amehlo ami. Bafethu, i-issue yama foreign nationals in South Africa is a very thorny one. Minister wakwa sports arts and culture umnumzane uGayton McKenzie kade ene meeting with leadership ya ma entities angaphansi kwe department yakhe. And then while addressing them, ngoba ngifuna ukumquote, addressa leadership, uthe, some of you have the audacity to hire foreigners instead of South Africans. Waqhubeka wathi, I don't care how you used to do it, but as long as I'm the minister, there will be no foreigner that will work in an entity who will work in an entity while they are not a South African. Why say tige? Ang some quote man. Why say tige? Why say keep order wati? Ucela uguti. Within 3 weeks, bonke abantu abaqashwe within the department yakhe abangama foreigners baxoshwe. Right, mind you, ukhuluma ngabantu abangama legal foreigners. Mangithi legal ngisho ukuthi abantu abanamaphepha abase South Africa ngokusemthethweni, ngoba phela mawuqashwe i-department use South Africa ngokusemthethweni. Le nkulumo ka minister, according to me, ithanda ukuba reckless. Why am I saying ithanda ukuba reckless? Asikhulume ngesector yakhe, right? Art and culture and sports. Leya sector leyana sector ezohlezi nabo abantu bangaphandle. Asikhulume ngesports isodwa. Kwi-PSL nje iyodwa bangaka abadlali abangabona base South Africa. Yona nje iyodwa. Bangaka abantu abangabona base South Africa. All coaches nabe South Africa, black and white, bangaka ngawo abangawona ama South Africans. And bonke labo bantu, they are in the country legally. But in the country because is sector ayiholayo iyabadinga. La ngimkhotha khona uthe, I don't care how you used to do it, but as long as I'm the minister, there will be no foreigner that will work in the entity while there is a South African who can do the same thing. Usho kanjalo. Having a South African who can do the same thing is correct. But sometimes these organizations, bazothi ukhona untokozo who's got the skill to act, but akakwazi ukudlala le role esifunayo. He can act, but akakwazi ukudlala le role esifunayo. So we are going to get somebody ozokwazi ukudlala le role. Or bazothi, no, but sifuna umuntu ozokwazi uku-attractela a particular audience. One of the movies engayibuka ka ekhuluma ngempilo ka Dr. Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. The main character is an American in that particular movie. That's a foreign national. Enye ngayibuka futhi ekhuluma ngempilo ka Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. The main character is an American. So sometimes I don't know whether in me I don't understand yabo ukuthi phela mina I'm a lay person. Ukuthi phela le sector le vele kuneminyaka isebenza kanjena. Sibe nabadlali aba glorified eSouth Africa bebhola or Collins Besuma. You understand? Sibe naba no coach in South Africa. The coach of the national team, yebhola as South Africa, Hugo Bruce, is not a South African. He's a white, he's not a South African. You understand? So masikhuluma nge-foreign national, sikhuluma ngomhlophe nomnyama, sikhuluma ngabo babili noma sikhuluma ngomnyama kuphela. Uma kuwukuthi siyakwazi ukuba no-coach, o-coach bafana, oyi-foreign national, onawo amaphepha, kusho ukuthi asikwazi yini ukuthi behind the scenes kwi-administration yeSAFA kube ne-foreign national ene-skill esithile esidingayo. And please just understand me very well. Angisho ukuthi akuprioritizwe ama-foreign nationals over locals. That is not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when we speak about these things, siyadinga ukuba open-minded. You understand? Iphutha elenzakalile sengivala eSouth Africa ukuthi mina mangiyibuka sivule kakhulu ukuthi wonke umuntu akwazi ukungena kalula eSouth Africa. Sanga focus ekuthenini sifuna kungene abaletha ama skills esiwadingayo. Now safana nomuzi o4 room elokishini. Yabo mina njoba ngokwamasho. Ngiyubaba onomuzi o4 room. Nginekhishi, ngine dining room, nginama camera u2. Ngilala nomngame ingane zilala kulele linye ikamera. Sengiyasuka ke manje ngiyahamba ngiye emakhaya endwedwe. Ngiyolanda izingane zakomakhelwane, ngiyolanda izingane zomzala. Ngithi ngoba ziyafunda eThekwini eDUT zonke ezohlala la kwamasho kulo 4 room. Ekamerweni sebeba u15. Kodwa ngisalanda abanye sebelala edining room, abanye sebelala elounge and so on. Ngayiyeka lento isifinyelele lakho nengingasakwazi ukuyicontrol. You know, now as a result angisanayo imali yokuthenga ugesi ngoba igiza e150 liters engaphandle has become too small for labantu engibafuyela. So eSouth Africa into esiyenzile sivumele ukuthi kungena abantu bakalula bazoba ngama resources amancane with ama locals. Now ama resources awasekho enough for everyone, and sizithola sesilwa sodwa on the ground. And those who are in power now, they are unable to fix this whole mess. Mina indlela mina engiyibuka ngayo ukuthi yenzeke ngayo. So what I'm trying to say, sengivala, the issue of foreign nationals who do not have paperwork needs to be addressed. That is what I'm saying. Because we cannot have the situation of ukuthi kukwazi ukuthi kungene noma ubani eSouth Africa ngisho benza into wrong babe untraceable. Because abantu aba undocumented kuba difficult even to trace them. Fanele wonke umuntu ongenayo azi ukuthi ubani uzokwenzani abe traceable. Now abantu esinabo abaningi ba untraceable. So lezo zinto lezo yona ke into ekumele si-address. Yona into ekumele si-address. Ngicabanga ukuthi ngizophelelwa isikhathi mangikhuluma ngalento. Kodwa nje ipoint lami lithi kumele sifocus ekuthenini let us address indaba yabantu aba undocumented. Kubhekwe ukuthi how kudilwa kanjani nabo. Njengoba even ama facilities ethu anjengezibhedlela aba frustrated because of i-workload engenayo ezibhedlela ngoba umuntu umthetho wase South Africa uthi mase efikile esibhedlela ukuthi unamaphepha noma kanamaphepha kumele abe attended to. Amaphoyisa fanele a-protecte wonke umuntu within the borders of South Africa. La South Africa ngokusemthethweni noma nongekho emthethweni. So ama resources ke ayancipha mase kukanjalo. So yilezo zinto lezo ekumele zibhekwe. Kodwa njenge-Africa kumele sibe nayo indlela yokuthi how do we coexist, because ekugcineni as i-Africa ngiyakholelwa mina kakhulu ekuthenini siyadingana. Kufanele sikwazi ukuthi masikhuluma ngezinto ezifana no Africa Free Area Trade Agreement, sikwazi ukuthi masiyibuka sibuka ukuthi zizo implementwa kanjani. masikhuluma ngokuthi umuntu oyi-South African ofuna ukuyoqala ibhizinisi eZimbabwe fanele kube lula ukuthi akwazi ukuyoliqala. Those are the talks that we should discuss. Kodwa fanele yonke into ayenzayo ibe traceable. Ngoba njengamanje sinabantu abaningi abangakwazi ukutraceka. Uba nelinye igama eGoli, abe nelinye igama kwaMashu, abe nelinye igama eCape Town. You know, so those are the things that we truly need to address. Sometimes ngibuye ngikhulume kakhulu. Ngiyasho ukuthi I'm just a layman. Gama lami nguNtokozo Chapha, podcast, radio and stuff. Ngiyabonga ukuthi ubukelile. Don't forget to like, to share this video. Thank you.